Centuries-old statues lead the way to a charming and historic region close to the former Korean capital of Gyeong Ju. This is where the mysterious hill tombs of Gwaelung are located. Due to its many historic and cultural treasures, the region of Gyeong Ju is now one of the most popular holiday destinations in South Korea. And the Anapjipong, the former holiday residence of the king, is only one of the many splendid sights. Although the earlier buildings of the legendary Silla monarchy have not survived, the origins of this magnificent complex date back to the end of the 7th century. Tumuli Park is one of the most mysterious places in the Gyeong Ju region. The grass-covered hills that rise from the landscape are the royal tombs of the Silla epoch. With several buildings, the National Museum in Gyeong Ju contains one of the finest collections of Korean works of art. Most of the museum's 1,000-year-old treasures indicate the great power and wealth of the kings of Silla. Most of the archaeological finds were made in various royal tombs. The Silla realm was in existence for around 900 years. Many of the tomb's treasures have been plundered. Only the tomb of King Munmu has been left untouched. Due to the large number of archaeological finds, the museum that was founded at the beginning of the 20th century has been enlarged and modernized. Nevertheless, the huge number of finds is such that the museum cannot possibly exhibit them all. However, the museum provides a fascinating insight into the country's history, and most notably, the high season of the former Silla kingdom. A little off the main tourist route, and therefore something rather special, is the sanctuary of Baeri Samjon-Seokbul that dates back to the high season of the Silla epoch. Many ancient legends tell of the origin of the impressive tomb area of Oreung in the south of Gyeong Ju. The modest tomb hills give the park a dignified atmosphere. The oldest stone pagoda in South Korea is also situated in this region. It's part of the temple complex of Bunwangsa, whose construction was ordered in 634 AD by one of the most famous Silla queens. Mount Namsan looks more like a hill than a mountain, and its elevation and surroundings are sacred. Namsan's pathways lead past several shrines, such as the Bulguksa Temple, a sacred niche in the rock. The nearby sanctuary of Namsan Tapguk is yet another unforgettable highlight on the journey up Mount Namsan. This sacred place became famous due to a magnificent relief that was carved into the rock face. Despite its relatively small dimensions, the neighboring Bulguksa Temple impresses with its modest yet sublime beauty. As with most of the sanctuaries on Namsan Mountain, the Bulguksa Temple also contains many fine sculptures. One of the most popular sights on the holy mountain is to be seen during the summer months, the Seokchulji Pond. According to legend, a king once heard an important message here that saved his life. Numerous paths travel around Namsan Mountain, past the remains of ancient tombs, small fortresses, and abandoned dwellings. Some of the stone reliefs are 1,000 years old and date back to the Silla epoch. They have withstood the elements well. Buddha designs adapt harmoniously with the natural landscape. East of Gyeong Ju and set within idyllic surroundings is one of the most remarkable sanctuaries in Korea, the Bulguksa Temple. Although the foundation of the temple dates back to the early 6th century, most of the present buildings are of earlier origin. The majority of the wooden buildings of Bulguksa were destroyed during military hostilities by the Japanese. Only a few of the stone buildings have remained intact. Today, the temple complex is only 1/10 of its original size. Regardless of the structural changes that have been made, the Bulguksa Temple still contains many interesting architectural gems. Splendid Buddha figures and fabulous beings adorn the buildings, demonstrating the great skill of Korean craftsmen. In the coastal area of Gyeong Ju is the final resting place of the most important Silla monarch, King Munmu. It is believed that his ashes are stored in an underwater tomb. With a forest nearby, close to this extraordinary tomb, a 3-story stone pagoda towers up within the temple complex of Gyeong-Sa. Today, Gyeongju protects many of South Korea's cultural treasures for future generations.